What's kicking y'all? Kwikpanik here, and I'm back in gear. Don't you have no fear? 'Tis the best time of the season. It is October, which means spooky things, Nightmare Before Christmas, candy, 50-cent corn dogs at Sonic, and New York City Comic Con, which means Funko Pops for all. So I've been trying to cut back a little bit on my pop collection, and looking around, it doesn't seem like it's really working. Especially when Funko keeps knocking it out of the park with these amazing exclusives. So, yeah, I finally got in the rest of my New York City Comic Con 2019 haul, and I got a little bit of everything because, of course, Funko, being them, knows exactly what I want and then makes me pay money for it. And then I show it to you guys, and we all have a good time. It's great. So, let's get into my haul right now. So the first two that I'm going to show you might have seen if you already watched my last video. I accidentally unboxed them. And I don't really edit my videos because I'm not that talented, okay? So the first one, and he's already in his protector that I get from Vaulted Vinyl. They're amazing, just for the record. These are just fantastic, fantastic pop protectors. Anyway, Dobby is the first one. He's a villain from My Hero Academia. I love watching anime. I wish I had more time for it because I'd probably spend all my free time doing that. It's what I did when I was growing up. And My Hero Academia was recommended to me by Noah. Shout out to Noah on my Twitch stream, and yeah, he's actually like one of the first commenters on each of my videos, so Noah, you're amazing, and thank you so much for recommending this show to me, because I freaking love My Hero, and now I'm addicted. So, there's the first pop I wanted to show off. Funko's gotten smart. They're like, oh, you guys want anime? We can do anime, no problem. That being said, the second one is my 512th Vegeta pop. They have him doing his final flash, which is... You know, he doesn't really do it that much in Super, if at all. I don't even know. So this was like his special attack, his special ability. And it just makes sense for him to be in this pose doing it. It looks really cool. I like that they're doing action poses with Pops. That's changed a lot since I started collecting back in 2014. So, I mean, I love Vegeta, and I'm probably going to buy every Vegeta that comes out. So the next one is from... We're playing a game where I don't show you what my address is, and this next one is from Walgreens. So Walgreens, their toy purchaser is a big fan of Marvel and Star Wars. So most of their exclusives fall under those two categories. That being said, they only had one exclusive. They usually don't have more than one exclusive. They might have had two at some point. But this one that they had is, of course, Marvel, and is, of course, torn. Oh my god, why? Anyway, I got Captain Marvel, who is the one that Captain Marvel got her powers from in the comic books, and I'm a big fan of the 80th anniversary. I'm not a big fan of that tear. Luckily, I think he's still available online, so I'm going to contact Walgreens. The pop, though, let's talk about the pop, and let's not talk about how ridiculously... paranoid I am about my box condition, but the molds look great for these 80th anniversaries. The boxes look good. They're nice and shiny and torn. Not salty. Definitely not salty. But this is the first pop they've made of Marvel, and I think that's pretty cool. I didn't get Captain Marvel because they've already had comic book versions of Carol Danvers, and so I wanted to pick up one of these. I really like the mold, so I'm just going to have to reach out to customer support. Next one is from Target, if you can't tell by the big red sign. I love Target. It's a massive money sink for me. There's one right next to my gym. So my gym is next to both GameStop and Target and Barnes & Noble, actually. So those three places, all three have pops. So it's really easy for me to finish up my workout and then go blow tons of money. So this next one, I think Target got a couple exclusives, like 4, maybe 5, and there was only one that I wanted. I'm actually a massive Star Wars fan, and I wanted to get a Sand Trooper. The first Stormtrooper that Funko released doesn't look like a Stormtrooper at all, and I thought that this mold did a fantastic job of capturing what a Stormtrooper looks like. I'm a big fan of the episode 4, 5, and 6. I also do love 1, 2, and 3, and 7. 8 didn't happen. But I didn't have a Stormtrooper. I have a Clone Trooper that I really liked, and I wanted to get a Stormtrooper, and I thought the Sand Trooper really just, the mold looks amazing. So I picked him up. He looks really good. So actually, I just like flipped it around in the camera, but they did a really good job packaging this. they put like a lot of bubble wrap, but not so much that it suffocates the pop and destroys the box. So good job, Target. Walgreens, you are 0 for like 20. Okay, so Walgreens had, what did they have? They had SDCC, what is his name from Doctor Strange? Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. Anyway, they had him last con, and then I got the 3 Spider-Man pops, and they all came damaged. Just pack them better. The toy collector there, the purchaser for them seems to be like so about collecting, but then everything gets damaged. I don't understand. Anyway, carrying on, let's change pace a little bit. This is from Amazon? Amazon. So this one's from Amazon. This line I've been collecting since the beginning. And this is Overwatch. This is Wrecking Ball. So he's a character from Overwatch. I am 100% on my Overwatch collection, and I want to keep it that way. So I picked him up. At this point, they're just doing skin variants, but they've also been doing new poses and things to that effect. He looks really nice. It's a 6-inch pop. That's why I wanted to show it up here so you can see relative size. The Overwatch characters translate into Funko Pop form so well that it was really easy for me to commit to getting all of them. I think there's a gold Bob and a silver Bob, and then a Doomfist, and there's one more, Baptiste, coming out. So 4 more Overwatch Pops, as well as mystery minis coming out down the line. So I'm excited about those coming out very soon. You can expect to see them on the channel. Next up is another 80th anniversary Marvel Pop. Now, the reason that I ordered Walgreens online is because they don't get their exclusives in store. Fortunately for me, I was able to handpick my Nick Fury, made sure he had a good paint job, and made sure he had a nice box over at ThinkGeek. So shout out to ThinkGeek for being amazing. But this is the comic book version of Nick Fury. If you're looking at it and you're like, that's not Samuel L. Jackson, it's because it's not. He's totally different in the comic books as far as appearance goes. But yeah, I wanted to pick him up. I like the comic book versions of the Pops. They tend to be more artistically pleasing. So they have like more vibrant colors. I really like that. Next up, we are going to go into GameStop. So GameStop had some amazing exclusives, and just like Hot Topic, they had a My Hero villain, Hero Killer Stain, who is absolutely sick. Like, this guy is crazy in the anime, but the mold looks amazing. Like, it's heavy because he has so much hair and everything, but yeah, they did a sick job on Hero Killer Stain. I picked him up, very happy about that guy. The mold looks great. And guess what? They also had Dragon Ball Z, because you know what? We don't have enough Dragon Ball Z. This is actually the second Piccolo that they've made. The original one is just him in like his regular pop stance. But this is him in his meditating pose, and it's really cool because he stands on his cape. So if you were to take this out of box and put it on display, he doesn't like sit on his feet or anything, but it looks like he's sitting on his coat or cape, whatever you want to call that. So there's actually one more Piccolo Pop coming out here in the next month or so that I want to pick up, and it's him when he's missing his arm and he doesn't have his hat on, or turban, or whatever you want to call it, and you can see his antennas. I'm really excited to get that one. I'll probably end up ditching the original one I got because these are just so much better. The next one, before I get into Funko Shop, because Funko Shop is the one I'm most excited about, I'm going to save that for last. This next one is... yeah, this is my favorite one from the con. So I wanted to save this for last, but I think... yeah, we'll go with this one next. This one's from Amazon, and I don't trust Amazon. So I usually order 2, but Wrecking Ball was like $20 or something, so I only ordered 1. But look, they're getting smart. They're putting them in shippers. So, Marvel Pumpkin Pop 23. I picked up 2 just in case. This one was probably the most sought after, and it's such a good pop. It's maybe not 100% movie accurate, but it looks really pleasing. And this is the man himself, Tony Stark, and he's got the Infinity Gauntlet. And oh my gosh! So I've been like, for some reason, just this week, I've been like super into watching that end scene where all the portals open up and the Avengers Assemble line and everything. It's just like, oh my gosh, my heart. I love the movie so much. But here's Iron Man. He's got his Infinity Gauntlet. the paint job is really nice on this. I'm happy about that because some of the Thanos pops where he's wearing the Infinity Gauntlet, the colors for the stones are like slipping onto the gauntlet. And you're like, that's the thing about the Infinity Gauntlet is the Infinity Stones. Why are you going to make them look bad? So I'm really happy with this pop. And so I have an extra one for one of my friends who missed out on it. I did plan on just taking it out of box and putting it on my desk. So everybody in the world knows that I'm a Marvel fan. Duh. Okay, this next and last box is from Funko. And I think this one got bippity-boppity booped. It looked like somebody just like kneed it. But Funko Shop is usually really good about putting these in shippers. I think it might have been like the second most sought after. No, I think Hero Killer Stain and Dobby take that. But one of the more popular pops was a Funko Shop exclusive, which is always super nerve-wracking because, you know, sometimes it goes easy and sometimes it doesn't. Luckily, this went relatively easy, and I was able to do it while I was in Europe. So, Pop Animation Pumpkin. So here's the first one. I actually ordered 3 things. Pumpkin. I love how they do code names for their exclusives. So when retailers get them early, there's like no telling what's inside. Whoop! Throw that into my massive pile of boxes. I'm going to save this one for last because I really, really like this one. These two... Okay, so the one that I'm going to save for last is one that was like, if I could only get one from Funko Shop, this is going to be it. But these two are ones that I was like, yes, I really like those, and I think I'd like to add them to my collection. So the first one up is the NYCC Pigeon, and he goes really well with the SDCC Toucan that I picked up. There's actually 3 of these. This is Polly Pigeon, and there were 3 versions. I don't know. No, they're not on the back. But they had different color outfits, and I thought the black one looked the coolest. Also, one of them was only like 1,000 or 1,500 pieces. It was con only, so I wasn't going to get it. But I wanted something to represent New York City Comic Con, just like I did for San Diego Comic Con. So this will go next to my toucan in my icons selection. My icons section. There we go. Oh my gosh. So I'm really happy about him. I like the simplistic design. I like that he's dressed up like a superhero, and yeah, I think he's really cool. It even has the nice little logo. Last year I did go to New York City Comic Con, and that was a blast. Hopefully next year when I go in 2020, I will be able to get into the Funko line because you have to win a lottery for it. What? All right, so this next one is one that I decided on last minute just because I saw how good it looked in the Facebook groups. But if you don't know, there is a Disney Plus series that's going to be going on the new streaming service called The Mandalorian. And this is the main character. So if you don't know, the Mandalorians are the ones who created the clone troopers. And that's where Jango Fett and Boba Fett were cloned from. And I don't know what the relationship is between the Mandalorian and Boba Fett. I don't know if they're the same or what it is. But I just really wanted to pick this up because I really like the pose. It has the classic Boba Fett shaped helmet. But the regular Mandalorian has kind of like just a regular standing pose where he's holding a bigger rifle. And this one, he has like his little blaster in one hand. And he's kind of like, sha-sha-sha! It just looks really nice. I like it. It looks a lot better. So I wanted to pick this up because I do plan on watching this series. And Disney's really good at not messing things up. So I figure I'll want this at some point after watching it. But the mold also looks great. So win-win. Now the next one and the last one that I got is a 2-pack. And it's very cool. It harkens back to my youth. But before we open, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting the channel and leaving a like on this video. And subscribe to the channel. I bring Funko Pop content and some Pokemon content all the time. On Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. If you have a recommendation as to what kind of Funko Pop video you'd like to see in the future, just let me know in the comments section down below. And I'm looking to do something other than openings here in the future. So I appreciate that. This is from my youth, Samurai Jack. And gosh, I'm super happy that they're starting to do these... oh my gosh, these Cartoon Network pops. There's some other ones that might be coming down the pop line Pop line! I meant pop line. Coming down the pop line. That's the name of my new section when I'm going to do videos on discussions. So I wanted to pick this up. The Samurai Jack 2-pack with Aku. It just looks too clean. It looks amazing. So I'm excited to add that to my collection. I appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. That is all I've got for today. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Later.